Calm down, Lionel. She's going to show up somewhere.
We've got to find her now. The kidnappers insist that she's the one who makes the drop.
There isn't much time left, Lionel.
I know that. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll go back to her place. I'll talk to her neighbors, and then, if that doesn't work, I'll go back on foot or phone every restaurant in town, and if that doesn't work, I'll make the drop myself.
No, wait a minute, Lionel.
What?
Now, if Julia can't take it, I'm not about to let that money out of my sight. So, at the appointed hour, I'll take it to the boathouse myself.
All right, if you insist, but make sure you're there on time.
I don't plan on being late.
See, no investigators this time, okay? Remember, my wife's life is at stake.
Lionel, go find Julia, okay? The man is losing his grip.
Cece, I know, but you could have been just a little more delicate about the money.
Darling, I just feel it's safer if I take it to the state he's in. He's liable to leave it on some kind of bar stool or something.
It's such a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that out of this terrible situation, there couldn't have been a positive side, that the two of you could have gotten together.
Lionel and me? Don't be ridiculous.
Absolutely. You are so much alike. If the two of you joined forces, what a team you'd have.
Believe me, that'll never happen.
Look what you're doing. You're helping him right now.
Sweetheart, it's only the urgency of the situation that's pushed us together. When Augusta gets released, we'll go back to being just the way it was before.
Things could be different.
No, they couldn't. They never have been. And they never will be. Julie's gonna make that drop, Lionel. Better get here. It's almost time.
I know it is. I'm very proud of you for doing this.
Darling, if the tables are switched and you were the one who was kidnapped,
Lionel would do the same thing.
if it were to happen to you, it would kill me. Ah, you found her.
Yes. You have the money.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
Good luck.
Both of you.
Thank you. Oh, Augusta. Oh,
You don't look too much worse for the wear.
Thanks to you. I'm so grateful for what you did, both of you. Lionel told me everything.
You're welcome. No bruises, no contusions.
Oh, I'm a lucky woman.
You seem remarkably fit.
Well, kidnappers were decent, I guess. Except that I remember they locked me in a closet for 2 days. It was sheer terror. I had a glass of water and a piece of bread each day.
You see their faces?
No, they were wearing stockings on their heads. I never saw what they looked like.
What about their voices?
Well, they talked to me quite a bit, but it was always in a sort of maddeningly monotonous whisper. The one I saw whispered. Strange, though. When you're deprived of most of your senses, you begin to perceive things differently. What do you mean? They kept at me for so long, trying to, I don't know, I suppose you call it indoctrinate me. And I almost began to come around to their point of view.
You must be joking.
No, I mean, really, I began to understand and empathize with them. I understood how their lives could bring them to do such a thing.
Those men are the lowest of criminals.
Well, yes, of course, but I sort of began to feel like Patty Hearst might have felt. But, when they let me out and gave me normal meals, of all the manipulative ploys. I know that it was meant to unbalance me, and it worked. I just sort of wasn't afraid for my own life anymore. I was concerned for theirs.
Be serious.
I know. I was in great jeopardy. I realize that now.
I think we should get the FBI in on this immediately.
No.
What do you mean, no?
Oh, I don't see why we should do that, Cece. I know you want to get the money back, but we don't have anything to go on. We don't have a shred of evidence. I don't know what they look like or where they kept me or I don't know anything.
I'm going to tell you something. The FBI happens to be very good investigating these kind of things. They have results, very good results. You'd be surprised.
Must be going to that now. I really don't want anything done.
Why do you want to wait? You were in danger an hour ago. You could have been killed. I think we should get...
My wife has been through a nightmare. An ordeal that has lasted for days. I really don't think that she's up to a barrage of questions from the police right now.
I can sympathize with her, but I don't think we can wait any longer.
I know you want your money back, but by subjecting her to this, it isn't going to get it back any sooner. She's in no condition to answer anything now.
Really rather go home?
Look, I give you my word that I'll get your share of the money back as soon as I can. Now, right now, please let her have some peace.
You do what you want. I think you're making a big mistake.
We'll go into it in the morning, all right?
Good night, Augusta. Very grateful. Thank you. Good night.
What's wrong? Something here to does not make sense. I think I smell a rat.
The police brought into this. I mean, what's the point now? I think we should just be grateful that she got out of this unscathed.
Cece, if Augusta can't identify the man, then I don't see why.
Darling, who knows what she knows or what she even remembers? She hasn't even been questioned yet. We do have an obligation to the police. There's been a crime committed. If Lila and Augusta don't want to report it, I will myself.
Well, if you do, can you wait until the morning? They're both exhausted. I think they've been through enough hassle for one night.
All right. I'll let Augusta get her beauty sleep, but I will report it in the morning if they don't.
All right, thank you.
Good. Glad you're all ready and waiting. By the way, I've invited a few more people to this affair. So you're right on time.
Mason, I do hope this won't be a late night.
Don't worry, Dad. No matter how tired you are now, you'll find that your meeting with Lily will replenish your energy.
Really?
Really. She has a way of helping you find strengths you never knew you had.
Oh, good. I may need it.
Good. Come in, you two. Welcome. I don't guess introductions are necessary.
Oh, evening, Mr. Capwell.
Good evening.
That's a lovely dress, Sophia. Thank you, Gina.
Well, I guess we'd better get going. We want to give Lily time to do her audio and light check. You all know the way to the fairgrounds, I assume?
Sure.
Good.
Mason,
Yes, Dad?
come on. Level with me. This sweetness and light act is very entertaining. The big put on, right?
Dad, you really don't believe I've changed? You really want the old Mason back?
The old Mason makes a lot more sense than the new Mason.
Well, believe me, after tonight, this Mason will make a lot more sense to you. Once you've met Lily, you'll understand why I've changed. You may even wind up changed yourself.
Don't bank on it.
Stranger things have happened. Shall we? We don't want to keep the lady waiting. Now I'm going to ask you all to be very quiet. Lily likes it very peaceful before a meeting.
Welcome, brothers and sisters. Looks like me. What a night.
Yes, it was, and it's good to be home again. But it's only a home because you are back in it.
I love you. Do you realize it's only a few weeks before our wedding?
Still too far away for me.
Oh, it's going to be here sooner than you think. Do you really think we're going to get Kelly back in time?
I promised you, didn't I?
I know, but there's so little time.
Honey, I said I promised you.
We've got to get it before Keith Timmons does.
He won't. I'll see with that. Let me lock the door, okay? Mason, did you get Lily all settled down in the guest house?
Yeah, she's very comfortable, thanks.
Is she tired after her meeting?
No, she hardly ever gets tired. She has an endless supply of energy.
I suppose you saying that comes from the fact that she's so secure in her beliefs.
Possibly. Do you find that strange?
Yes. I find it strange that she has no doubts at all. I mean, is it healthy to be so sure of everything?
Well, you're a fine one to talk, Dad. You've always been absolutely sure you were right about everything. We were brought up to believe you were as infallible as the Pope. I'm sorry. I probably just need a good night's sleep.
Don't apologize, Mason, if it's what you meant.
Just hard not to fall back into old habits. Lily warned me that it would be difficult once I got back around people I used to know.
Wait, but people you used to know. I thought we were your family.
Well, you are, but I have another family now. The one Lily's created.
Mason, do you realize how often you refer to her? I mean, does she make every decision in your life for you?
I'm not surprised it threatens you, Dad. You'd like to make those decisions yourself.
Wait a minute. Now, you've got to give your father credit for changing. He's changed a lot.
I'm sorry. I really don't want to fight.
Neither do I. So why don't you get some rest? We'll talk some more in the morning.
All right. Good night.
Good night. Oh, Mason, is Lily aware that all she needs to do is call the main house if she wants anything?
Yeah, she seems to be happy with things just the way they are.
Well, if she isn't, she can always rearrange the furniture without moving a muscle. I mean, if Faith can move mountains, it can certainly take care of some tables and chairs. Just joking, Mason. Just joking.
Good night.
Good night. I don't think he appreciated that.
No, I don't think he did. He respects her.
I wish that didn't give me such an uneasy feeling.
Oh, she's a fanatic, but she can't harm him.
I hope not. And I hate to sound like Gina, but I still find myself wondering if Mason isn't pulling something here.
Like what?
I don't know. I can't believe he trusts the woman. How can you trust anyone that looks that much like Gina? Let's go sleep. Manipulative woman, Brick. She's not going to fight you fair.
I got a few tricks of my own. I'm not intimidated by anyone, least of all her.
She's a professional Brick, and she is certainly used to public speaking.
He knows it isn't going to be easy going up against her.
I guess we don't have much choice then.
I can't back down now. How would it look?
All right. Just have to go in both fists swinging, that's all.
Cece?
Well, if he's got 1 ounce of the spirit that you have, he'll put up a good fight.
We'll be taking some of those calls right now to hear your opinions, pro and con.
He almost had her, and he lost it.
Yes, he did as good as he could under the circumstances.
It wasn't good enough. I thought I heard the door.
The maid let us.
Sorry for interrupting, Mr. C.
No problem. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Inspector Castillo, I have him here to question you about the whereabouts of your daughter, Kelly. I don't think he's doing a serious enough job. You know where she is?
No, I don't know where she is. I wish I did, because I'm worried sick.
Mrs. Armani?
We would love to cooperate with you. We haven't heard a word.
In fact, I was going to call your office later today. I wanted to find out some more information, some tips or clues.
I hope you both realize that harboring a fugitive opens you up to criminal charges.
I'm sorry, I don't quite follow you. That would be true if we knew where Kelly was, and we were deliberately withholding information, but that's not the case, Mr. Timmons.
No. Neither Sophia nor I have the least idea, as we've told you. If you want to try to prove otherwise, you're just wasting our time. And yours.
You're not going to get anywhere this way, Keith.
We could get somewhere with you, then. Why are you protecting Kelly? I mean, is this something you habitually do for the Capwells?
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't kid me, man. He's got you in his hip pocket. I know what went on with Eden. You fixed it so that she wouldn't be blamed for pulling the plug on her old man's life support system. You suppressed evidence. You suppressed police information. What are you hiding now?
You're way out of line here, man.
No. You are. You're out of line. And you are just a pawn in the great Capwell chess game. I wonder how many other people answer to you, huh? Down at the police station. Maybe we should have a thorough cleanup.
Listen, I want to apologize for my colleague here. He's under a lot of stress. Sorry if we disturbed you. You coming?
This won't be the last you hear of it.
Man, I don't know what's in you, but whatever it is, you better get off of it. Busting here and throwing accusations at the Capwells is not a real smart thing to be doing. Trust me.
No, those accusations are coming out of nowhere, Castillo. Those people helped Kelly get away. I think you've lost your perspective of right and wrong. You've been hanging out with money people so long, you're morally bankrupt, my friend.
Oh, you're going to talk to me about morals now, Keith? What do you...
Hands like that! You're going to be out looking for work as a security guard. Maybe old man Capwell lets you watch his front gate.
Hello, Sophia.
Well, aren't you going to invite me in?
Not unless I have to, Gina.
Oh, come on, that's not a very friendly attitude, considering I've come all the way over here just to give you and Cece your wedding present.
Oh, really? How sweet. Darling, Gina's here. Well, I know, but she seems to have a wedding present for us. All right. He'll be right here, Gina.
Good. You know, I was thinking, maybe you should get the same seamstress that did my wedding dress to do yours. After all, she does terrific work. And she's an expert at hiding figure problems.
Well, how lucky that you could have someone help you with your problems, Gina, but I've made up plans.
I see. Hello there.
Hello, Gina.
Oh, I brought over your wedding present a little early because, you see, it can't be finished without Sophia's full cooperation. There. It was painted by Horner. He's very well known.